You know, plants are such beautiful creatures, and not all of you may have a winter garden. So you can always have a window garden. Starts with a W, window, winter. And the plants are just hopeful. They're they not only collect carbon dioxide and give you oxygen in return. When you breathe out, they breathe it in and they give you more oxygen. The more plants, the better, even in the house. But there's just like this feeling of hope with them. And I'm hoping that in this January of 2022 that you will have a renewed hope for whatever you need hope in. Maybe hope for a garden this year. Maybe you didn't get to grow one last year, or you're hoping for your new garden that's going to take place. Whatever that hope is, I hope that you find it. But the most important hope I think that we can find is the Lord Jesus Christ. He gives so much hope, so much encouragement and grace. And I think we really need that, especially in the day and age that we live in. But a lot of people in January, they're thinking about new resolutions, doing away with old things in their life and trying again to rebuild. You can try and try and try to turn over a new leaf, but it's really hard to stick with it. But it's not just a new leaf we need. We need a new life, and that life can be found in Jesus. But anyway, I wanted to just preface my video with that, and let's go on out to the garden, and I'll show you what's going. I'm doing a little cleanup work out there, so here we go. Welcome to Gail's Garden, Herbs and More. I hope that you will enjoy this video and give me a thumbs up. That helps to get my video out. You can hit the share button and share on your social media. Or if you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe. It's free. Just if you subscribe, then YouTube is supposed to let you know when I put a video out. But anyway, right here, I'm just cleaning up some of the old stuff. This is my squash vine, and it was the last to die in there. So I have been growing stuff in these olive bins. I've got, 4 of them, but this particular, the one in this area right there, I decided I'm going to make a compost bin for this year. And I may put some dirt in it on top later and just grow in it. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But yeah, it's nice and sunny out. And I decided I would get out and do some cleanup before the next rains came. So I thought I'd take you guys along with me and see what I'm doing. And I get encouraged when I see other people's gardens, even in the winter. And okay, I just want to see a garden. I love gardens. And I get ideas from others or just encouragement to get out and work mine after I watch somebody else. And so I thought, well, maybe I would share with you, and you can see what's going with me, and it get you outside a little bit. Maybe you can't get outside, but you can in videos. Right here, I'm just cutting out an old small tomato vine, and those are 2 tomato cages. I put them one upside down on top of the other and made it into kind of a trellis. But I'm taking off the old dead stuff and pulling it off the fence where it grew in, and then I'll remove the tomato cage and all of that. Notice my gloves that I'm wearing. Those are made of goat skin. They are awesome. I use them for everything around the place. You need a good pair of gloves. I went through a lot of different gloves. I had some plain leather ones, and when they got damp, they just hardened up and were uncomfortable, and others that would just wear out real fast, or if it was just material, the stickers and stuff went right through it. But these, they don't. They fit good, which is hard for me to find a good fitting glove since my hands are so tiny. But yeah, they're goat skin. The turquoise part is cotton. But I not only use these in the garden, I use it to carry in wood for the wood stove and working around my wood stove so I don't burn myself from the extra heat that comes when I'm putting wood in or something. Now, you don't want to put these gloves right on a burning log or something. They're not they're not burn proof. They're like an extra thick skin so that the heat doesn't burn you. But like I said, you don't want to touch a burning log with it or something like that. But overall, they're just a really good glove, and I thought I'd tell you that. I got these from Ace Hardware here. Yeah, a good pair of gloves are really important in a garden. Okay, now I'm going to cut this tomato vine. I can't pull it out. It's kind of stuck in there, so I thought I'm just going to cut it flush with the ground, and it's good to leave the roots in there anyway. They'll kind of disintegrate, and whatever I plant next year, I'll have a little extra food. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm just bringing more stuff, my tomato vine I cut out and stuff, and throwing it in my compost bin. Okay, now I am over by my raised beds, and I'm trying to, I found a little flower from my borage plant that isn't dead yet, a little pretty little blue flower I'm trying to show you. I don't know if you can see it. If you're on your phone, you probably won't see it. If you're on a computer, you might get a little glimpse of it because you get it bigger. I like to watch my videos on the computer, not so much the phone. So I just watch it on the computer. But I'm pulling out my old dead basil plants, and I'll get to some old dead bell pepper plants. Now my bell peppers in my greenhouse didn't die. I don't have any heat in there, but it gives them just enough protection. They don't look real pretty in the leaves and stuff, but they're not dead. I'm still getting bell peppers and stuff. I finally went in there, though, and picked off what was pretty much available. I still have a few jalapenos left hanging there, but my other peppers, I went ahead and picked them all just in case so I don't lose them. But the plants are still alive, and they'll do good next year. Now, usually they do anyway, unless we have unusual cold. I'm going to find something here in a second I'm going to show you. Right now I'm still trying to get out all the dead stuff. I found something, I'm checking it over, make sure it's something I want to pull out. It's not a winter garden plant because my other stuff still lasts. In the front I've got celery, and then I've got romaine lettuce, and then there's kale back behind me. And right now I picked up a mushroom. Now look at this, it looks just like a store-bought mushroom. But I am not going to eat it because I don't know that much about mushrooms, and my parents used to always warn me about going outside and picking mushrooms, and they were poisonous and this and that. And I guess I got a little paranoid. I'm even a little afraid of store-bought mushrooms. It took me forever to get where I could eat mushrooms at all, because even as an adult, because it was left over from when I was a kid, I was always afraid of them. And I still am a little bit. But today I had mushrooms. I made a grilled cheese sandwich. First I fried some mushrooms up, and then I put them on my grilled cheese. You want to make sure you cook your mushrooms. Raw mushrooms are not good for you, but cooked ones are very good for you. So I'm going to show you the other side. In the summer I put a shade cloth over my cattle panels I have hooped over this because it gets so hot. But this is the winter, so I need to get whatever sun they can. And on this side I've got cabbages and parsley and chard and turnips and some kale, a little bit of kale. I got all kinds of stuff. You wouldn't be surprised what's tucked in this little area. Behind me is an old dead tomato plant, about the only tomatoes I got this year. Every year you are going to find certain things that will do really well for you. It was not tomatoes this year. I think it was parsley this year. My parsley did wonderful. It's, knock on wood, it's still doing good. But even through the heat, I don't know how they did that, because they're supposed to be a cold weather plant. But I am thankful for it because I had wonderful parsley all summer long. Yep, I sure did. Okay, now that's a little different view, a different side of where my compost bin is, behind that area there. Now it's not real pretty this time of year in the garden because the leaves have fell off things and it's not as green, but unless you're looking in my raised bed where all my greens are. And I've got some pots scattered, which I don't show in this video too much. But in some areas I have pots and stuff of cabbages and broccoli. But I just want to share with you and hope you all have a great rest of your week.